Morning guys, it's out in my shed again today, working on yet another project. I'm going to try to make a couple of masks for these two axes I have. I had mentioned these two axes in previous videos. These were my grandfather's. He used these to build his log cabin, and I can just imagine the amount of wood that was cut and split with these two axes. My dad gave me these about 5 years ago, just the heads. I cleaned them up, put handles on them, but over that time they kind of got rusted again, so I've just recently cleaned them up again, put on this bright orange paracord wrap. I know the orange doesn't really suit the style of the axes, but it's just for practical reasons. I just want to quickly show a couple of things I've done in the past. This is a mask I made for a small hatchet, very rustic. On the back it has a belt loop and a little pouch to hold a lighter. And this is just a splitting wedge, very simple sheath made from scrap leather. So I got a variety of tools here. I'm gonna get started. What I have here is an old hernia belt, I think it's called. This was my uncle's. It's probably 50 years old, this thing. And I've had it for 5 years. My dad gave it to me, and I really don't want to cut it up. But seeing as I haven't used it at all and I'm looking for some leather, I'm going to use this today. So I'm just getting started, and I realized that I might not have enough leather for two masks. I might have to rethink this. But being such an old belt, I soaked this in water overnight, and I used my vise to make this fold. Even with the heater on, it's -10 in my shed, and this is starting to freeze up. So this is coming together pretty good so far. I got my basic shape cut out. I cut out this little insert here. What I'm going to do is glue that in. And what this does is protect your threads. If I just sew this together like that, this sharp edge is going to be cutting into my stitching. So I'm going to glue that in like that, let it dry, and then make all my holes for the stitching. See, my glue is starting to freeze up here too. While my other mask is drying, I figured I might as well get started on the other one. As you can see, I'm quickly running out of leather. I probably won't be able to make the mask that I'd like for this one, but we'll see what I can come up with. Alright guys, this is where I'm at. This is drying. I realized about 2 seconds after I glued this that I should probably have worried about the strap and stitched the strap on first, but anyways, I just have this piece of leather. I'm quickly running out. I'm just trying to figure out to stitch that on, have that come around, and then put a snap on the other side. So you can see I stitched all the way up. Now I'm going to back stitch all the way back down if there's enough room in the hole. Pretty coarse thread. So I just started working on the other mask. I ran into a problem. The stem here is a bit too short to go through the leather. So I'm going to have to come up with another plan. I got a deer antler toggle button here that I made a while back. I'm going to see if I can try to figure something out. Alright guys, this project is pretty much complete. Turned out not too bad. Not exactly how I planned, but it never does. This one I really like. It's got a bit more conditioning to do on this leather. It's quite old. Turned out pretty good. This one here didn't quite turn out like I wanted it to, but I had to make it work. I added this extra piece of leather on here. I still have to attach it. Otherwise there was a bit too much play and the sheath might have popped off. And made a few mistakes on this one, cut off too much leather. And once you cut it off, it's kind of hard to glue it back on. And what I want to do is wet this and try to make it form more to the shape of the axe. Still, not too bad.